An INFJ, the rarest of the 16 personality types, don't dive into relationships so easily. They crave deep, soulful connections, but at the same time, they're cautious about giving their trust away. That's why they test people, not to manipulate, but to protect themselves from heartbreak and to make sure that the person they're investing in is genuine. These tests often happen quietly, and most people don't even realize they're being tested. But for the INFJ, each one is essential. So, let's explore 8 ways INFJs test people in relationships. 1. They watch how you handle silence. INFJs live in an inner world of constant thought, reflection, and imagination. Silence is not awkward for them. It's necessary. Early in a relationship, an INFJ may pull back or allow moments of quiet just to see how you respond. Do you panic? Fill the silence with meaningless chatter? Or pressure them to talk? Or can you simply be with them? No words needed. If you can handle their silences with patience and presence, it signals to the INFJ that you respect their inner space and don't need constant reassurance to feel secure. 2. They reveal a small vulnerability first. INFJs don't expose their hearts all at once. Instead, they'll test by revealing a small but meaningful vulnerability, a childhood story, a fear, or a doubt. It's not random. They want to see how you respond. Will you dismiss it? Judge them. Use it against them later. The way you handle that first little vulnerability determines whether they'll ever let you see their true depths. If you respond with empathy and care, the door begins to open. If not, it quietly shuts, often for good. 3. They test your patience with their need for space. One of the most misunderstood parts of INFJs is their constant need to retreat and recharge. Even in love, they require solitude. So they'll test whether you respect this or interpret it as rejection. An insecure partner might get clingy, angry, or suspicious when the INFJ withdraws. But the right person will trust, give space. And understand that it's not about pulling away from them, it's about protecting energy. Pass this test, and you prove to the INFJ that you're confident and independent enough to be with them long term. 4. They observe how you treat others. INFJs are natural observers. They don't just watch how you treat them, they watch how you treat everyone. Do you treat the waiter with respect? Do you show kindness to people who can't give you anything in return? Do you speak with compassion about people when they're not around? For an INFJ, these small moments speak volumes. They're deeply value-driven, and if they see hypocrisy, cruelty, or arrogance in the way you treat others, they'll quietly take note, and it may end the relationship before it ever fully begins. 5. They push for deeper conversations. INFJs crave meaningful dialogue. They might test you by steering the conversation away from surface-level topics into deeper ones. Your childhood, your dreams, your fears, your values. They want to know if you can handle intensity, depth, and honesty. If you resist, dodge, or only want to stay in shallow waters, they'll assume you're not ready for the type of intimacy they need. But if you engage, open up, and show curiosity, you'll pass one of the most important tests, proving that you can meet them where they live, in the depths. 6. They test consistency over time. INFJs are pattern seekers. They won't just listen to what you say. They'll compare it to what you do, over and over. They'll notice if you keep promises, if your words match your actions, and if your behavior remains steady even when it's inconvenient. This test is slow and subtle, but it's critical. They're looking for consistency because, to them, trust is not built overnight. It's built through patterns of reliability. One broken promise can weigh heavily, while steady actions earn their loyalty forever. 7. They share their idealistic vision of love. At some point, the INFJ will share their almost poetic, idealistic vision of love, one that blends emotional, spiritual, and intellectual intimacy. This is a test. Will you laugh at it, dismiss it as unrealistic, or brush it off? Or will you respect it, even if you don't fully share it? INFJs know their vision may sound idealistic, but it's not fantasy for them. It's the standard of authenticity they believe love should aspire to. They don't need someone who matches it perfectly, but they do need someone who takes it seriously. 8. They see how you handle their dark side. Perhaps the deepest test comes when the INFJ reveals the parts of themselves they usually hide: their doubts, their anger, their melancholy. They may withdraw emotionally, vent frustrations, or show a raw side of themselves that's far from their usual calm and nurturing presence. This is the ultimate test. Can you handle them at their most vulnerable and imperfect? Or do you run, criticize, or invalidate them? If you can love them even in their darkness, you'll pass them, you'll gain access to an INFJ's most profound devotion. For INFJs, these tests aren't about manipulation, they're about survival. Love deeply, but only when they know their heart is safe. If you pass these tests, you'll discover that being loved by an INFJ is unlike anything else. Loyal, soulful, and transformative.